Hello, everyone. I'm watching OAN, One America News, and they do uh, kind of quasi old ABC Schoolhouse Rock history segments, or was it ABC or NBC that used to do the more you know type segments, or as Paul Harvey would say, now you know the rest of the story type history segments on OAN. And they annoy me at times because they keep repeating these same segments over and over, but they're important. The one repeated now was federalism, trying to explain federalism. And I gave a speech on it one time at a GOP event. And indeed, federalism needs to be discussed because people are confused. It's one of those almost kind of oxymoronic type terms that kind of, when you hear it, it kind of implies one thing, but it's supposed to mean kind of the opposite of what it does. Uh, and by that, right, the original, during the discussion of the foundations of our nation, federalism is supposed to mean, meant at the time, supposed to mean now, but as I write at beforenews.com, today's fascia federalism, also at thelibertybeacon.com, my original intent federalists versus modern fascia federalists, as I call them, right? Federalism, the quasi loose, just general, light, constitutionally limited federal loose connections over the states that are sovereign. That's how our nation's supposed to work. Over the years, that's been destroyed, like via the 17th Amendment, eliminating that check and balance. The House of Representatives are directly elected. The senators were never, ever meant to be directly voted on by the people. They were supposed to be appointed by the state legislatures as representatives, as a check and balance, as representatives of the states to protect the 10th Amendment states' rights and uphold the federalism of our government, which again, supposed to mean only a very light, loose touch, limited authorities, federal government to loosely hold together the United States of America. The states created the federal government, not the other way around. The states are supposed to have control over the federal government, not the other way around. But immediately after the Constitution was inked, some in what then became the Federalist Party started down the road to today's fascia federalism and destroying the term federalism into more indeed as the term itself, federalism. It's not right. Oh, it's all about federal control is what it sounds like. It's not what it's supposed to mean. But indeed, Jefferson even became the first Federalist, Democrat, commie-fascist socialist of modern, eroding the Constitution and eroding state rights and giving more and more power, authority, and control to the federal government that was never intended. And of course, over the course of our 250 years, we've gotten to this way overburdened, way overreached usurpation of the Constitution. And see my CTP show on Norton v. Shelby. The SCOTUS already ruled government overreach and officials doing things that are outside constitutional bounds that need to go. But we seem to have forgotten that case because the fascia federalists, the CINOs and the rhinos, along with them, wanting more and more federal dictatorial power, ignored Norton v. Shelby as well as other cases and continued to grow federal government and amass more power and control out of the deep state DC swamp. So I felt it important to address because education is destroyed in this country. It's exactly why, especially the left, including some CINOs and rhinos, right? Not Republicans. It's right in the name, Republic. People wanting to preserve the state right republic and the sovereign authority of the people to self-govern, not be dictated to from DC. Republican, it's right in the name. But yes, CINOs and rhinos, all on the left, been destroying that. Oh, I forgot where I was going with that. But yeah, I mean, moving us more left towards commie, fasci, soci's, all left, more government control. Far right is anarchy. And no one I know on the planet wants complete anarchy and every man, woman, and child for themselves. We all agree there's got to be some limited government to keep controls because of human nature. You've got to control humans and who are given free will and some who will choose that for evil. To have an ounce of protection rather than you having to fend for yourself, there has to be some government protection. So no one I know is an anarchist, but we believe in right, limited government. The left, communists, fascists, socialists, monarchs, what they claim to be progressive, they're regressive. They want to take us back from a constitutionally limited republic to more of a left-wing, top-down, autocratic control. That's why they project and call everybody else a Nazi. That's a left-wing ideology. They use the fascistic tactics and also that, right? Anarchy, Antifa, the 1930s. It was a communist movement. It was anti-socialist. The National Socialists, later known as fascists, right? Communists against socialists. Today, commie, fasci, socialists, it's all the one same thing. They may have different banners, but they're all trying to achieve the same autocratic, top-down dictatorial control out of DC over you. They, of course, want their ruling elites to be the one in charge, but they all, to a large degree, work together because their end goal is the same: more power and control over the masses. They're not progressive, they're regressive. They want return to where very few lord over all the masses versus our limited republic where we, the people, are supposed to be the bosses and in charge. Okay, so recap. Federalism doesn't mean what it used to. What it's supposed to mean is what we were given: a loose, limited federal government, only enough to kind of hold the states together and do things states can't or needed at a national level that all 50 states didn't need to do for themselves. Let's let this one big entity do it for all of us. But again, the states are supposed to have the authority, ultimate end authority over all that at the federal level. And that has gotten completely bastardized as of today. So federalism then versus fascist federalism now. And again, the left, including Jefferson, on up, eroding the federalism. destroying federalism, moving towards fascist federalism. That, my friends, is the rest of the story. That and the more you know. But that's why civics aren't taught in the schools anymore. They don't want anyone to know what federalism really supposed to mean. They don't want anyone to know, like, the Schumer shutdown and the left running around. Well, it's the GOP shutdown because the GOP has the House and the Senate as well as the presidency. Morons. There are not 60 Republicans in the Senate. We have minor majorities in both bodies. The left, the Democrats, are using the filibuster to block the continuing resolution and get to a resolution on regular order spending bills. The filibuster, it takes 60 votes. We don't have 60 Republicans in the Senate. But again, this is why civics was removed. The left needs morons to lie to and be useful idiots. Morons that will soak up the left idiot lies because they don't know any better. Okay? Thank you all. Take care. God bless. Love you all. Like and subscribe to Constitutionalist Politics Podcast and share episodes. We need your help. Thank you for having tuned in for Constitutionalist Politics Show. If you haven't already, please check out my primary internationally available book, Terror Strikes, coming soon to a city near you. Available anywhere books are sold. If you have locally run bookstores still near you, they can order it for you. And let me remind, over time, the fancy high production items will come. But for now, for starters, it's just you as a very appreciated listener by me. All substance, no fluff, just straight to key discussion points. A show that looks at a variety of topics, mostly politics, through a Christian U.S. constitutionalist lens. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Take care. God bless.